Welcome everyone, how you all doing? Welcome to this brand new installment of Things That Annoy Me, or Why Are Things So Bad? I don't know what I'm gonna call it yet, but this is a thing. Because last night I sat down and I properly brainstormed all the things that actually piss me off about Windows as an operating system. So of course Windows has a lot of really good things and there is massive pluses as to why I use it over Mac OS X or other operating systems like Linux. Linux is great, by the way. It's just its lack of software is what pushes me away on that side. But I feel like I'm going to share my frustrations with you guys, and you guys can tell me what you think down in the comment section below. And I feel like we can make more of these if you guys like them. About different operating systems, about different devices, things like that. So let's begin. First thing that actually properly pisses me off about Windows, and I think a lot of people are going to agree here, is the fact that Windows updates are horrible. Number one, they are usually forced on you, as in they are installed in the background, whether you like it or not, and when you restart your computer, they will be installed in the background while the computer is restarting. Now, I know there's ways to disable this, and sure, it can be done, but it is a pain in the ass and it's not officially supported. What I'm trying to say is, why can't they make Windows updates just work? My computer, for example, for the past month has been trying and failing to install a single update. Literally, every time I turn this thing on, it says Windows Update has failed, undoing changes. Literally, every time for the past month, and it restarts twice, just to fail that update. Why can this not be done right? Why are Windows updates forced on us? Why do they fail almost every time I try to do them? Now, I have had many successful goes with Windows updates, don't get me wrong, but the times they do fail, they can be catastrophic, and sometimes your files are even deleted. So, why can this not be done right? Second thing that annoys me is Cortana. She's just not very good, and she's down there, and sometimes I click on the icon instead of clicking on the search button. And when I click on her, I just have to exit out. This is just kind of like a thing that annoys me personally. I don't think this is broken. I just don't personally like Cortana. You guys can tell me what you think about Cortana down in the comment section below. I'm super interested to know whether any of you actually use Cortana on a daily basis. I actually tried doing that before because I really like AI and assistants and things like that. So I actually tried using Cortana. But the thing is, she's not very good and she's connected to Bing. I mean, of course she'd be connected to Bing. It's a Microsoft thing. But come on, Bing? God. Why Bing? Like, even Microsoft knows. I mean, how many people use Bing? More and more people are switching to DuckDuckGo now, goddammit. Next thing that pisses me off about Windows is drivers. Now, of course, drivers can be found and things like that, but corrupt drivers or just drivers not working or drivers getting automatically updated and actually getting worse. Now, usually on other operating systems, drivers are just downloaded automatically and they work. But on Windows, that's not the case. For example, Windows updates, when they update your drivers, they just don't work. Like, for me, again, for the past month maybe, I'm not sure, every time I plug in a USB 3.0 device, the max speeds caps out at 40 or 50 megabytes per second, I'm not sure. But that means if I'm transferring large video files, like for example my 4K videos for editing, it takes much longer than it used to. Because USB 3.0 caps out at, I believe, 128 megabytes per second or 125 megabytes per second, something like that. And that is the speed it used to transfer at. It used to go at about 112 megabytes per second, something like that. Now every time I plug in a USB 3.0 device, whether it's my Class 10 U1 micro SD or my USB 3.0 external hard drive, the max transfer speed is 50 megs, and I do not understand it. And I've tried doing driver updates, and sometimes it works for a bit, but then the drivers get automatically updated, and it reverts back to the crappy ones, which ruin my transfer speeds. Why can this not be done correctly? Where's the update that fixes that, by the way? Usually an update is supposed to come out that fixes all of this. Where's the fix? Next thing that annoys me is Windows 10's kind of mandatory Microsoft account usage. Now, don't get me wrong, I have a Microsoft account, I do use it, I like the way it kind of syncs my stuff, but what I hate is the fact that, for example, when I turn on my computer, it uses my account to reopen all the apps that I had open before. Now, I have disabled that, it still happens, I don't get it, but yeah, Microsoft account usage isn't a very good thing, and I would much more prefer it not try to force that on you when you're setting up Windows, because it does do its best to force that feature on you when you're setting up Windows. And I know why they do it. They're a company. They need to get people running on their software and they want to be monitoring people. But come on, God damn it, stop like blocking out features because somebody is not using a Microsoft account. Because that is a thing. Some features are genuinely blocked out if you don't have a Microsoft account. And I don't think that should be the case. I don't think you should be forced to get a Microsoft account just to be able to use your computer to its full potential. I don't think that's very fair. Okay, the next part is lovely because this part is really absolutely great. You know the way when you're flicking through the setup on Windows 10, which I do quite frequently because I work in a computer shop, and you just want to tap yes, 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 yes on everything? Well, one of those things is, would you like to store all your files on Microsoft OneDrive instead of storing them locally? And I mean, that is horrible. Do not do that. I remember when there was a thing when a Windows update came out and all your files from your OneDrive were just wiped. If they were stored on the OneDrive instead of locally, it was just gone. Just like that. Some people don't want to be storing their stuff on a cloud instead of storing it locally. Like, why would you even want to do that? Basically, what would happen then is your desktop, your documents, music, etc. Those files would all just be stored on a OneDrive folder instead of the users folder on your computer. And I did actually have that for a while, but then I just formatted my computer because I wanted nothing to do with it. So yeah, that's another thing. Just don't force OneDrive on people, please. Not everybody wants to use the cloud, especially since I have my own NAS because I don't trust companies with my data anyway. Ah, yes. Next thing on my list, notifications. God damn it, they suck. Like, I know you can turn them off, I know you can, but they're so bad. They show up in the bottom right hand corner, and if you're trying to do something anywhere near the notification when it pops out, like when you have a busy notification kind of coming in every few seconds on Discord like we have now because the Discord community is really active, and I'm in like Photoshop and I'm trying to do something, the bottom right hand corner just keeps popping out. And if you try to do anything next to that right hand corner, it doesn't even need to be on the notification. Anywhere next to that notification, you just can't. It's just not possible. Like, you cannot click on anything next to it. And I know you can disable them, but all of these things are just slightly annoying to me. And I just want to see if I'm the only one or if other people also have the same kind of pet peeves, I guess, or issues with Windows, or whether I'm just crazy. The next thing we have is pre-installed bloatware. You know, the crap that comes on the Windows startup menu when you set up your computer. I believe Candy Crush used to be on that list. There's still a bunch of weird apps like Solitaire, Netflix, this weird Play thing that I'm looking at right now. Microsoft, what is that? To-do list? I don't even... Post? I mean, Mail? Yeah, sure, okay. Yeah, no, Mail's good. Mail's okay. And then we have all the Office apps. But there used to be like games. There we go. Candy Crush Friends. This is what I'm talking about. Farm Heroes, Sega. What? Why? Like, all of this bloatware that comes with the system. Why do we need it? Why is it there? Like, this is an operating system. You're not a phone company. Don't put bloatware on a computer operating system. And I know you can remove them, but why is it there to begin with? I know all you need to do is right click and click on install, but why is it there to begin with? Come on, Microsoft. This is a computer operating system. That crap takes up storage. And I know it doesn't take up a lot of storage, but if you're releasing computers that have 32 gigabytes of storage and can't take a single update, why are you putting bloatware on there? And that is probably going to be my final thing that I just touched on right now, and it's not even on my list because I just remembered it. Do you know how many computers we get into the shop daily with people trying to install Windows updates on their brand new laptop and then the laptop like crashing or not having enough space to do so because Microsoft is putting their operating system on computers that have 32 gigabytes of storage. The ones with 64 are a little bit better, but come on! Don't be selling, this is to computer companies in general, stop selling laptops that have eMMC memory with 32 gigabytes of storage soldered on that you cannot put an SSD in no matter how you try. And a micro SD card does not count as adding storage, okay? That does not count. You cannot install stuff onto that micro SD card, therefore it does not count as storage. So stop selling laptops with eMMC storage soldered onto the board with less than 64 gigabytes because people are having so many problems. Like, you try to install a single app and it doesn't work, and I don't care how many stickers you put on it saying it's just for internet browsing, people are still going to try and install stuff on it and use it like they would a normal computer. Wow, that was pretty intense. Let's replenish energy sources. Drink up. Well, I've calmed down now. So guys, those are just a few of my pet peeves, I guess. Just a few things that I didn't like about Windows. I'm genuinely not angry about any of these. I just kind of bring up my voice when I'm trying to sound serious. So if you guys agree with any of these, let me know down in the comments section below. If you guys liked the video, make sure to give it a like. If you disliked it, I guess this button works too, but make sure to tell me why in the comments section below. If you guys are not yet part of the community, make sure to follow me on my social media here and here. Join us on Discord, where we have a constantly growing community and we talk about literally anything. Join us on Reddit, where I want to see you posting your spicy original memes about this channel. I want to see my face getting memed to hell. I post tech videos daily and VR videos on Mondays and Fridays, so if you want to be notified of the daily content, make sure to smack that subscribe button with your forehead, ding my bell, and see you again in the next one. Peace. I ended this one a little bit faster because I can see the camera light is shining red, which means the battery is about to die. So we made it just on time. Love you guys.